Beneath the golden desert sun, where endless dunes and rivers run, a prince of grace, both wise and free, a soul as vast as the deep blue sea. With falcon's flight and poet's pen, he lifts the dreams of humble men, through words that dance like waves so high, a poet's heart, the son of sky. Not just a ruler, but a guide, with fearless steps he walks with pride, scaling peaks and crossing lands, a leader strong with open hands. O Fazza, with your vision bright, you turn the dark to golden light. May fortune bless the paths you tread, with love, with joy, and days ahead. Heart of Dubai and golden lands where deserts gleam, a prince was born to chase a dream. Not bound by walls, nor chained by fate, he walks with time at heaven's gate. With words like pearls in ocean deep, his verses make the falcons weep. A poet's heart, a warrior's soul, a leader with a noble goal. Through windswept dunes and towers tall, his vision echoes in each hall. A rider swift, a seeker bold, with hands that shape the future's gold. From Burj Khalifa's towering height to desert stars that burn so bright, he rides the waves, he tames the sky, his spirit soars, it will not die. A heart that beats for every man, a leader strong, yet one who stands not high above, but side by side with love, with faith, with fearless stride. O Fazza, Prince of light and fire, your name is sung like ancient lyre. And may fate reward your noble ways. Why beneath the sky where eagles soar, beyond the waves on golden shores, a prince of wisdom, kind and true, with endless dreams in a royal hue. Not just a name, but light and flame, a poet's heart, a leader's name. Through silent sands and ocean wide, his spirit rides the nation's pride. He walks among both great and small, no throne too high. He hears the call of every heart, of every prayer, a leader just beyond compare. His words, like rivers soft yet strong, flow deep within a nation's song. Verses wrapped in desert winds, a voice where every hope begins. With fearless step and steady hand, he shapes the future of this land. Not with might, nor with demand, but dreams that rise like golden sand. The falcon flies beneath his sight, its wings stretch far into the night. Like Fazza's soul, so free, so wide, unbound by fear, untouched by tide. He climbs the peaks where few have dared, yet always gives, yet always shares. For wealth is not in gold or throne, but in the love a king has shown. So long as stars above remain, so long as waves embrace the plain, his name will shine, his light will guide. The heart of Dubai, its hope, its pride, he walks among both high and low. With wisdom deep, his kindness flows. No distance far, no step too steep, he holds a bond forever deep. Upon his steed he rides with pride, through shifting dunes and mountains wide. A soul untamed, yet soft as dawn, with hands that build, with faith so strong. His words are carved in desert air, a poet's love beyond compare. Not just a ruler, but a friend, a light that shines that will not end. Through winds that howl and stars that gleam, he chases fate, he dares to dream. Across the waves, beyond the tide, with fearless heart, with steady stride. No peak too high, no road too long, his name is sung in every song. From Burj Khalifa's towering might, to desert stars that burn so bright. He flies where only eagles dare. He speaks with love, a heart laid bare. Through lines of verse, through deeds so true, his kingdom grows in golden, who he lifts the weak. He helps them rise with justice fair and watchful eyes. Not ruled by greed, nor bound by chains, his soul is vast as endless plains. He does not sit on throne alone, his people's joy, his heart's own home. For wealth is not in gold or stone, but in the love a king has sown. Through time and tide his tale will stay, a prince whose light will never fade. For Fazza's name, like stars above, will shine with honor, strength, and love. Beneath the sky of endless blue, where golden sands and silence grew, a prince was born with heart so wide, with desert strength and ocean's tide. Not just of blood, but fire and soul, a leader cast in fate's own mold. His name, like whispers in the air, would soon be sung both far and fair. With eyes that saw beyond today, with dreams that carved a destined way, he walked among the great and small, yet carried love, the gift of all. With ink as black as desert night, he wove his words in golden light. Not just a prince, but poet too, a voice so deep, so pure, so true. His verses dance like falcon's flight, soft as dawn, yet fierce as might. Each line a river, deep and wide, each word a step, a nation's guide. Yet not just words, his deeds as strong, with fearless heart he marched along. Through towering peaks, through waters vast, through storms and winds that held him fast. No mountain high, no ocean deep could bind the soul that dared to leap. no throne could hold, no chain could tie, a prince whose heart was born to fly. Not just a ruler, but a friend, a hand to lift, a heart to mend. He walks among both young and old, with stories bright, with love untold. His kingdom built on dreams and trust, on justice fair, on laws so just. A city forged from golden sand, a vision strong, a guiding hand. From Burj Khalifa's mighty rise, to souks where traders share their ties, from desert winds to harbors wide, Dubai has grown with strength and pride. And in its heart, one name remains, a prince who walks through sun and rain, with open arms and fearless stride, the soul of Dubai, its hope, its guide. Through futures dawn and years untold, his story, bright as burnished gold, will echo deep in desert land, a legend carved in shifting sand. For Fazza's name, like starlit skies, will shine where falcons learn to rise. His words will live, his dreams will stay, a light that never fades away. So long as waves embrace the shore, so long as hearts still dream for more, his name will stand unshaken. High, the prince, the poet, Dubai's sky. Beneath the sky, where eagles fly, where golden sands and fate align, a prince was born with fire bright, a child of wisdom, grace, and might. The desert whispered in the night, the one we wait for comes in sight. The wind embraced his newborn cries, the soul predestined to touch the skies. Not just of name nor blood alone, a leader's heart, a voice well known. With hands unbound, with fearless eyes, a prince whose dreams would never die. He heard the call, he felt the air, a destiny both bold and rare. To lead, to love, to rise, to stand, to shape a kingdom from the sand. Beneath the sky, where eagles fly, where golden sands and fate align, a prince was born with fire bright, a child of wisdom, grace, and might. The desert whispered in the night, the one we wait for comes in sight. The wind embraced his newborn cries, a soul predestined to touch the skies. Not just of name nor blood alone, a leader's heart, a voice well known. With hands unbound, with fearless eyes, a prince whose dreams would never die. He heard the call, he felt the air, a destiny both bold and rare. To lead, to love, to rise, to stand, to shape a kingdom from the sand with words as sharp as falcon's flight. He wove his thoughts in golden light. A poet's soul, a warrior's grace, a heart that time could not erase. Each verse he wrote, a river wide, each word a pulse, a nation's guide. Through shifting dunes and restless seas, his voice would whisper through the breeze. Yet strength was more than words alone, for in his hands the wild was tamed. From gallant horse to stormy tide, he conquered fear and rode with pride. A prince who climbed where few had dared, through clouds, through peaks, through heights declared. A fearless soul, yet kind and true, a heart where every dream could bloom. He walked with kings, yet stood with men, with builders, farmers, merchants ken. He shaped a city bold and vast, a future drawn from echoes past. From humble souks to towers tall, a kingdom rose at duty's call. Not built on stone or steel alone, but love that made the land its throne. For wealth is not in gold refined, but in the dreams of those who climb. And Fazza knew that dreams take flight when hope is nurtured into light. Through deserts wide and oceans deep, his vision soared, his roots ran steep. From Burj Khalifa's mighty rise to every child with hopeful eyes. Not one to rule from distant throne. He walked with people, made them known. A hand to lift, a heart to heal, a leader true, with love so real. His words were soft, yet strong as time, a song of hope, a voice sublime. No distance far, no heart too small, he stood for justice, stood for all. Whoa. The widowed mother, the orphaned child, the dreamer lost, the heart exiled, to them he gave not gold or land, but hope, a voice, a guiding hand. His wealth was not in coins amassed, but in the love that he held fast. His fortune lay in stories told and lives made bright and hearts consoled.